The Legend of Korra brought us battles that were intense, meaningful, and straight up jaw-dropping. But which ones were the absolute best? Today we're counting down the top 10 fights that made us pause, rewind, and watch them all over again. So let's jump right into it.
Get off our island!
Kicking off our list at number 10, we've got Meelo, Ikki, and Jinora versus the Equalists.
Stay away from my dad's ex-girlfriend!
In this scene, Lin truly gets to show what she's made of as she holds off a whole group of Equalists, mixing her earthbending and metal-bending skills. She's a skilled fighter, handling enemies from all directions and standing her ground. But when the lieutenant arrives, he steps up to show off his own abilities. The Equalists have been ready to face benders all along, especially the metal-bending police. And nothing shows this better than the way the lieutenant counters Lin's metal bending. He shocks her through her cables with ease, like his shock sticks were practically made for this. Lin's impressive, but she's up against someone who's trained to counter her exact style. However, what the Equalists didn't see coming was the attack of the airbending kids. In an exciting rescue, Jinora, Ikki, and Meelo jump in and prove themselves to be fantastic airbenders and fighters, catching the Equalists off guard with moves they weren't ready for.
Never mind.
At number 9, we've got a sibling showdown as Mako and Bolin team up to take on Ghazan. Mako didn't have much of a chance against Ming-Hua back at Misty Palm's Oasis, but this time he came prepared. He and Bolin took on both Ming-Hua and Ghazan, with Mako laser focused on the quick, relentless waterbender.
What are you smiling about?
I was just remembering the last time we fought.
Bolin faced Ghazan, who was turning the ground into a dangerous lava maze. But Bolin wasn't backing down, now that he'd unlocked lava bending. He was redirecting attacks with surprising ease, even impressing Ghazan, who seemed to enjoy having Bolin as an opponent.
So that's how you got out of the temple. Not bad.
Meanwhile, Mako was going head-to-head with Ming-Hua. She struck at him from every angle with her water arms, and Mako was right there, seriously on her neck.
You have no water. It's over.
The fight was tough, but Mako was determined, and you could hear Ming-Hua's frustration as she tried to trap him.
Now it's over!
Then, in a crucial moment inside the watery cave, Mako saw his chance. He charged up his lightning, aimed at her water arms, and let it fly. Boom! The shock took her down instantly. A huge, risky move that paid off perfectly for Mako. With Ming-Hua down, he rushed to help Bolin, who was still dodging Ghazan's lava attacks. Now that it was 2 against 1, Ghazan knew he was in trouble. Instead of surrendering, he decided to go out on his own terms, melting the layer around them. Mako and Bolin barely escaped as the entire place collapsed, leaving Ghazan trapped in his own destruction.
If I'm going down today, you're coming with me!
Coming in at number 8, we have Zaheer versus Kaya.
Zaheer.
You see this fight? It was intense for so many reasons. First off, Kaya wasn't just any waterbender. She was trained by the best. And then there was Zaheer, who had only recently discovered airbending, but was already shockingly skilled at it. When they faced off, Kaya used every waterbending trick she knew, whipping out sharp, slicing water whips and throwing up water shields. It was clear she wasn't holding back, knowing just how dangerous Zaheer was. But Zaheer? He was on another level. Even though he was new to bending, his years of training had made him fast and agile, and it showed. Kaya struck at him with spirals of water, but he dodged and countered with a powerful air blast, knocking her hard against a wall and giving him the chance to escape on his glider.
Sorry I won't be joining you at the Northern Air Temple. I'm afraid I have other plans.
What made this fight even more powerful was Kaya's reason for fighting. She was protecting her family and everything she valued. Kaya didn't back down for a second, and her fierce determination made this battle unforgettable. Number 7 is Korra versus Tarrlok.
You and I need to talk.
The fight between Korra and Tarrlok was wild. It's one of those scenes that sneaks up on you because at first it doesn't even seem like they're about to fight. It started with Korra calling Tarrlok out for abusing his power. Then the Weasel, with his usual calm but creepy attitude, shifted from dismissive to downright sinister in seconds. When Korra challenged his authority, he decided to go all out, and things escalated fast. Korra was ready for a showdown. She wasn't letting him intimidate her. Right from the start, she charged forward with powerful firebending, making it clear she meant business. But Tarrlok? He had tricks Korra wasn't expecting. Not only was he a skilled waterbender, but he also had this precise, calculated way of attacking. Every water whip and ice strike he sent her way felt like it was meant to wear her down, bit by bit. Korra, usually so confident in her bending, clearly struggling to adapt to Tarrlok's cold, controlled style. And then came the jaw-dropping moment. Tarrlok's blood bending. Korra never saw it coming, and honestly, neither did we.
You're in my way, Avatar, and you need to be removed.
You're a bloodbender?
Very observant.
One moment, she was blasting through his defenses, and the next, she was completely frozen, totally under his control. What made this fight hit even harder was that Korra had been fearless up until now, determined to take down anyone in her way, and here she was, completely at someone else's mercy.
You'll never see it again.
Coming in at number 6, we have Lin versus Suyin.
Okay, I guess this is how it's going to be.
This wasn't just two benders facing off. It was two sisters with years of unresolved issues finally letting it all out. Clearly they had beef for years, and it all exploded in this fight.
Should I stop them?
You don't have any siblings. Fighting is all part of the healing process.
It began with Lin looking visibly frustrated, and she wasn't holding back. Her metal bending was fierce and rigid because she'd been holding in these emotions for a long time. Every move she made was powerful and precise. Suyin, on the other hand, was dodging and countering with a smooth, fluid style. It was like watching two completely different styles collide, each sister bringing out both the best and the worst in the other. They exchanged rapid attacks using rocks and metal, Suyin leaning more on metal while Lin favored rocks. The fight was about to get even more intense, until Opal stepped in and shut it all down.
What are you two doing? You're sisters! Why would you want to hurt each other?
Next up, at number 5, is Team Avatar versus the Red Lotus.
Tell Ghazan to let the airbenders go!
Not until you turn yourself over. This isn't a negotiation.
This was arguably the best multi-bender showdown in the series. It was everyone against Zaheer and the Red Lotus at the Northern Air Temple, and things went from 0 to 100 real quick. Each member of Team Avatar was pushed to their absolute limits. First, Bolin and Mako took on Ghazan and Ming-Hua. That fight was intense and led to a huge moment for Bolin when he unlocked his ability to lava bend.
Incredible.
You're a lava bender!
Then Tarrlok jumped in, and you could tell he's had enough of Zaheer's shenanigans. The stakes were sky high. Literally, they were fighting on a mountainside. Tarrlok wasn't just a dad trying to save his daughter. He was a seasoned warrior, and he was ready to throw down. Korra and Tarrlok's teamwork was on another level. It was so clear they trained together, and the coordination between them was incredible. Even chained up, Korra was still finding openings to take a shot at Zaheer. Awesome! As if that wasn't enough, we got to see an explosive showdown between the Beifongs sisters and Pali. They dodged her blasts and used every trick to try and free Korra from Zaheer's grasp. It all came down to Suyin's smart move when she trapped Pali's head in metal, leading to her timely demise. That loss shocked Zaheer, but it also cut his last earthly tether, letting him achieve true flight.
Did he just fly?
Guess he doesn't need a ride.
Number 4 is the Beifongs versus Kuvira's army.
We can't let Opal be the coolest.
If you all want to get yourselves captured again or worse, that's your business.
The Beifongs' battle with Kuvira's army was truly one for the books. With Lin, Suyin, and Suyin's kids, each a skilled bender, fighting side by side. They made it clear just how powerful the Beifong legacy is. But Kuvira and her troops weren't caught off guard. The action started fast when they used earthbending to throw off the cannon's aim, and Wing and Wei brought their synchronized acrobatic style, working together to take down soldiers twice their size. Then Suyin took it to another level by facing Kuvira directly. Their fight was intense, packed with personal tension because of their past as mentor and student. Suyin wasn't holding back, while Kuvira was determined to prove she was stronger and more capable. And just when the Beifongs seemed to be outnumbered, the legend herself, Tauf Beifong, showed up and swept the battlefield. An epic entrance that felt like the ultimate family reunion. Tauf came in like the unstoppable force she's always always been, reminding everyone why she's still the greatest earthbender in the world.
You give metal benders a bad name!
Tenzin versus Zaheer lands at number 3 on the list, and for good reason.
It's a pleasure to finally meet a true airbending master.
What is it you want from us?
When you're a master airbender up against 4 elite, ruthless opponents, you know things are bound to get explosive. Tenzin's showdown with the Red Lotus is hands down one of the most powerful moments in the series. Watching him go toe-to-toe with Zaheer and the rest of the crew is impressive, but this fight is not just about bending. Tenzin's courage and determination to protect the Air Nation shows here, giving us a whole new level of respect for his resolve as he holds his ground against nearly impossible odds. The way Tenzin completely embarrassed Zaheer really proved just how well Aang taught him. And the setting, 2 men, masters of martial arts, fighting on a tiny ledge hundreds of feet in the air, is one of the most badass things I've ever seen. At number 2, we have Korra versus Zaheer.
You killed my father!
This battle was one of the most defining moments of the entire Avatar series. Zaheer wasn't just trying to defeat Korra. He wanted to break her and end the Avatar cycle forever, which makes this fight so chilling. The Red Lotus had Korra chained up, poisoned, and weakened, yet she still managed to tap into her Avatar abilities and go toe-to-toe with Zaheer. They clearly underestimated the Avatar. Korra's willpower here was incredible as she fought both the poison and Zaheer, who was literally flying circles around her. This was a mental, emotional, and physical battle that showed just how resilient she was. Even at her weakest, she fought for her life in a scene that was raw, painful, and unforgettable. But Korra couldn't do it all alone. That's when Jinora and the other airbenders stepped in, creating a massive tornado that helped bring Zaheer back down to Earth. With Zaheer finally captured, Bolin steps up, determined to make the most out of the aftermath.
You see what I did there? I put a sock in it. Literally.
Classic Bolin.
Finally, at number 1, we have Korra versus Kuvira, the final battle. By this point, Korra has come to understand balance, while Kuvira is all about control. The mecha suit adds a whole new level of intensity, and Korra's creative use of her powers really shows how much she's grown since Season 1. Kuvira's massive spirit-powered mech suit is a straight-up fortress, and Korra knows she's probably the only one who can stop it. Inside the mech, Kuvira's bending is precise and relentless, with every metal strike aimed to hit hard. But Korra, she's no longer the same avatar we saw in the beginning. She fights Kuvira back-to-back, showing a level of restraint and wisdom that's truly impressive. Then, just when things couldn't get any crazier, Kuvira activates the spirit cannon after her mech goes down. The thing completely spirals out of control, and Kuvira realizes she's in over her head. In this moment, Korra could have easily let her face the consequences of her own ambition, but instead, she does something incredible. She risks her life to save Kuvira from the blast. Korra bends a massive wave of spirit energy, creating a new spirit portal right in the middle of Republic City.
The spirits have returned.
And that's a wrap. These battles are what make The Legend of Korra such an unforgettable show. But let me know your favorite fights, or if there's one you think should have made the top 10. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to hit that like button, and be sure to subscribe for more epic Avatar content and beyond. This is Mindbursterz. Until next time, stay geeky.
Hello.
Hey, it's Zaheer.
Oh, hey Zaheer.
Hold on, let me conference in.
Hey guys, I'm totally in for taking out Bolin. He's way too powerful and awesome.